on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Atlanta's Kitchen. I'm so excited to be here again. Today is actually raining. It's not a very nice day at all. A huge cyclone has just hit New Zealand. I was sitting inside today and I was like, you know what? Let's just film Atlanta's Kitchen. I'm hungry. I feel like cooking. So let's go. Massachusetts state food, which is the Boston cream pie. And when I was doing research, I found it quite odd because it's called a Boston cream pie, but actually it's a cake. I'm so excited to do this, so let's get started. Guys, I told you it's raining. Can you hear that? If I'd be quiet, you might be able to hear it. It's raining really hard right now, so sorry if it stuffs up the audio, but wow. So in our last snack box video, we tried Betty Crocker's brownie and we thought it was so good. So I thought I'd play it safe and do Betty Crocker's Boston cream pie, and we'll see how good it is and if it compares to the brownie. So the first step is we need to separate 2 egg whites from yolk. Alright, so I've separated 1 egg, now I'm just going to do the other. Also, give us a shout if you live in Massachusetts and if you've ever tried a Boston cream pie, because I'm so interested to see how many of you live in each state. Alright, now we separated our 2 eggs, we've got the yolks and we've set aside the whites. Now we've got to incorporate 3/4 cup of milk. And also thank you so much to Edward, who sent me these measuring cups and measuring spoons, because they are so good. Alright guys, so in a saucepan I need to add 1/3 cup of sugar, some vanilla extract, some cornstarch and salt, and then I need to put it over a medium heat and gradually stir in my egg mixture. Alright, so it's been boiling over a medium heat for about 5 minutes now and it's thickened a little bit. Now I've got to put it in the fridge for about 2 hours. Alright guys, next up it's time to make my cake, and we've got to add all the ingredients into the mixing bowl. So we add in some sugar, some baking powder, flour and salt, some butter, and some vanilla essence and milk. Now it's time to start mixing it, and every 30 seconds we need to stop and scrape down the side of the bowl to get all the batter evenly incorporated. Wow, this cake batter is so good. It looks way more like fluffier than a normal cake batter. It's so good. We also need to flour the inside of our tin. Alright guys, now the cake batter is all mixed, it's time to put it inside our baking tin and then it goes in the oven to cook. Also, I found it really cool how different states have like savory and sweet foods. So like when we made Florida, it was a Cuban sandwich. Now that we're making Massachusetts, it's a Boston cream pie. So I love how there's like a variety between sweet and savory. Also, I wasn't originally planning to make Boston cream pie today. I was going to make Missouri's state food, which is ravioli, but I realized that we needed a pasta extension for our KitchenAid to be able to make it properly, because I wanted to make it from scratch. Alright guys, since there's not much more for me to do, I'm just going to put this in the oven, pull it out, let it cool, wait for the custard to set, and then I'll see you guys when it's time to make the chocolate sauce for the top. It's day 2, and the reason it is because last night, by the time the cake had come out and it was cooled, it was dinner time and we'd already eaten and it was getting dark and we didn't want to ruin our taste buds, but we're here. Day 2, let's keep going. First up, we need to make our chocolate glaze. So we need to add in our chocolate and our butter and melt that together until it's all evenly combined, and then we're ready to assemble. Let's try that old trick where you click and then it will just be all melted and all ready to go. Okay, ready, set. Where am I? I'm outside. This isn't the right spot. That's much better. Outside was not too pleasant. So, first off, we need to start with adding in 1 cup of powdered sugar to our chocolate mixture and stir that around. Wow, there's a lot of sugar. I've mixed that all together. Now it's time to add in about 3 tablespoons of hot water. And also a big shout out to Kathleen for sending me this measuring bowl, because it's come in handy a lot. And you've just got to mix that until you get a pretty good spreadable consistency for your icing. Wow, this looks incredible. My chocolate icing is done. Now I've just got to get my custard and my cake, and I should be ready to assemble. Not again, Denzel! Come back here! I've got my chocolate sauce, my custard, and my cake. Now it's time to set them aside and time to take the cake out of the pan and cut it in half. Wish me luck. First off, we've got to start by just putting a knife around the edge of the pan just to get the cake away from the side. And I did put a piece of baking paper at the bottom, so it shouldn't stick. All right. We've got to put the chopping board on like that. And we've got to do the flip. I heard it. I heard it. Oh, please don't, like, fail. Ooh, wow, that actually looks really good. Now for the satisfying bit. Now time for the scary bit. Cutting the cake perfectly in half without it breaking, cracking, or anything. This is surgery, people. Wow. This is hard. Okay, I'm just gonna like cut away at one side and then turn it and then turn it. And once I've cut away all the sides, I'll just go straight through to the middle and it should be easy. I did it! Oh yeah, okay. Now we've got to transfer this off the top and then transfer the bottom to our cake stand. Okay, now time for the most nerve-wracking part. Transferring the cakes off the top of each other. So I'm gonna move this cake along and then I'm gonna transfer the top and put it directly next to it. I hope I don't like accidentally drop it or break it or crack it. I've never done this before, so wish me luck. Okay, that was actually a lot smoother than I thought. Now we've got to transfer this to the top of here. Oh man, this looks so good. Okay, now we're gonna set aside the top for now and bring in our delicious custard that's been sitting in the fridge. Now we're just gonna like get a pretty good even layer on top of the cake and spread it around. So I'm just gonna put it on. Wow, this looks delicious. I can't wait to eat this. When I first saw this, I imagined it to be a pie because it's called Boston cream pie. But it's actually like a full-on like birthday cake style. It looks so delicious. Okay, we're finished with the custard. Now it's time to put our second layer on the cake. Okay, grabbing our cake. And transferring it. I think I did good. Wow, look at that. The custard actually stayed thick too and it like didn't collapse. It actually held its structure. We're down to the last and final step, guys. That is to pour the chocolate sauce on top and then just to eat up all this deliciousness. Okay. Wow. Yum, man. I'm so excited to just eat this and like try it. Spread it around. In America, you guys call this frosting, but we actually call it icing. But let me know down in the comments, does any part of America call it icing or is it just all frosting? It's time, guys. It's time to try the famous Boston cream pie. I've waited so long to try this. It was so much fun to make. Now let's call the others in. It's time to try it, guys. I wonder what they think of it. Wow.
Whoa, that looks incredible. Wow.
Oh my goodness.
What a creation.
It's not even a pie too, it's a cake.
So this is the pie.
Yeah.
So why is it called a pie?
I don't know.
But it's actually,
Comment down below.
is that sponge? What is that?
So it's like a vanilla cake with some vanilla custard and more vanilla cake with some chocolate like, ganache on top.
Oh my gosh, it
vanilla
looks
cake.
so good.
I know.
See, I reckon we've tried the chocolate ganache before on other stuff and the custard, obviously.
Yeah.
But I think the cake is the thing that's going to be like the difference maker here.
And it all mixed together.
Yeah.
Like, what's like the
Wow.
flavors?
It looks so impressive. You did
know.
so good.
Should we cut it open, guys?
Yeah,
Yes,
let's go for it.
let's
Alright.
try it.
Whoa,
Wow.
that looks so professional.
Okay.
Wow.
Yum.
I'll cut the rest and then we'll try it.
Okay.
Time to try it, guys.
Let's do it.
I'm
Boston
so
cream
excited.
pie.
The Boston cream
Okay.
pie.
Oh, that
Wait.
smells incredible. Bash it.
Bash it.
Bash it.
Smash it. Bash it. Smash it. Smash it.
Smash it. Wow. It's quite a dense cake. But then the custard
Wow.
makes it a bit lighter.
Those flavors.
Wow.
It tastes so good. The
That
chocolate,
is so good.
the chocolate makes it so good.
All right, time for some Massachusetts fun facts time. Okay, the population of Massachusetts is just under 7 million. Wow.
7 million.
That's 2 million more than the whole population of New Zealand.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Just in that one area.
Yep.
Incredible.
The first American lighthouse is in Massachusetts, built in 1716, and the first post office in America was built and opened in Boston
Leading the way.
in 1639.
Wow.
So wow, almost 400 years ago. That's crazy. And we've also got some history on the Boston cream pie as well.
Okay.
So it is claimed to have been created in 1856 by Armenian French chef M. Sanzian at the Parker House Hotel in Boston.
It's an ancient pie.
Wow, that's so cool.
Wow.
That's crazy. That recipe itself is almost 200 years old.
I've got a fun fact about the Boston cream pie. Well, not about pie. If Atlanta was a boy, we were going to call her Boston.
Yep.
There you go. So this is your pie.
Yeah.
Do you know what I can compare this to that we have in New Zealand?
What?
A chocolate eclair.
I was going to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say that.
It's like a chocolate eclair
Yep.
and a cake.
It is. It's the cake version of an eclair. Do you guys
Yeah.
have eclairs in America, or is that more of a British thing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's the closest thing we have to these flavors.
Yep.
That was worth the wait.
I
That
promise.
was so good.
Everything we've tried so far has just been so good.
So good.
And in this series, guys, we're actually going to introduce a new rating system just for this series. We're still going to keep the old one for the other like snack tasting series and box opening series. But this time, we're going to be rating things out of 10.
Yes.
So each of us are going to rate things out of 10. We're going to do just how many fingers up that we thought it was out of 10. And then we'll get a final score out of 40, obviously. And then, yeah, you guys can obviously do the math at the end of the series and find out which states had our favourite foods.
So this is not a rating for how well Atlanta made it. It's a rating for the actual pie.
Yeah, it's the
how
rating
good
for
it is.
the taste of the pie.
Yeah.
Yeah, just and the overall experience.
Okay.
All right.
Ready, guys?
Yeah.
Let's rate it.
Ready, set, go.
I rated a solid 8.
8.
8.
8.
Oh, everyone did an 8.
That's 32
That was
out of 40.
Wow.
Well done, Massachusetts. And also big shout out to any of our viewers from Massachusetts.
Yeah, if you're from Boston,
Yeah,
give us a wave.
we
Yeah.
love you guys.
Yeah.
Like the Cuban sandwich, can you get this one outside of Boston or outside of Massachusetts?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can't get it in New Zealand.
No.
Never
Well, you
seen it
can
before.
now.
Yeah, you can now.
Alright guys, thank you so much for watching and coming and supporting my new series. That was 2 down, 48 more to go.
What?
I know.
There's a lot of tasting still to
Lot
come.
to do, but we've done 2. We've just got to keep going with the progress. Comment down below if you guys have ever tried a Boston cream pie and what you thought of it. Follow us on Instagram. Make
Yes.
sure you subscribe and we'll see you on the next one. Bye!